So we're here now with the Gladiators team manager, Garry May. Garry May, back at Plymouth once again. Is that part of the deal, signing Nikolai? You get him to stroke you.
He's got to comb my hair for me.
Gary, back again at Plymouth for another season. It looks like a good team. I'd imagine you've had a horrendous winter building the team.
Yeah, like normal, you know, you sit at your breakfast bar and you go for this rider, that rider, and it's all got to come together. And yeah, it all come together sort of February time, March, you know, 8th January, it all come together. Yeah, it's good.
So we've obviously just seen Nikolai here giving you a bit of love, but that's a big sign in that one.
Yeah, big signing. Yeah, it took a bit of time, but in the end it come good. And you know, Nikolai's a 110% rider, you know, and his bike could be immaculate as well, like all Danes are. It was a big signing for us, and I think he'll get loads of points wherever he goes, so yeah. Yeah,
he's a quality rider at this level, which is important, but also the team looks like it's got riders experienced at this level this season.
Yeah, you know, we signed Alfie, who's good round here. You know, he's good round here. We just got to get him to score some points away. And then Mitchell's come in, you know, a young Australian. I saw his scores in the under 24 Polish League, you know, 13 and 14s, you know, and then he become available. I contacted him in Australia, and then we done a deal and sorted. So, but you know, he's got to settle in, especially round here and away tracks. Remember, he hasn't ever seen none of them. Joe Thompson, I'm expecting him to push on like Dan. I think he will do this year. Bought new gear, you know, new bikes and everything, and I think he can push on. So yeah, that's good, and I think Joe will be all right as well. You know, he, on his day he can beat anyone round here. Yeah. Ben at number 5. Ben, wow. Ben had a little blip last year because I don't think he was riding as much as he should, you know, could have done, and it just affected his form, you know. And that's the trouble with this league. We have only 11 meetings, and we have big gaps in between, you know, and riders are not riding. But Ben, I'm expecting him to put, you know, back around here again, 2 points on his average round here easy, you know. He's a capable rider like that, beating anyone again. Lassie, number 6.
Yeah.
Lassie, he's had 3 years at Edinburgh now, and you know, he's always ridden in the 1 to 5. So starting off at reserve, I'm expecting good things from Lassie. He got 9 points here for Edinburgh last season, so him at reserve should be good with. So, you know, home and away, you know, against the riders that are there. And then finally we got Ben at reserve, and it all fitted in nicely, and signed him in, I think it was February, something like that. And I'm expecting good things of Ben. You know, I saw him practice here the other week, and he's really improved, you know. He's had 2 seasons now where he's got to push on this season and start to score and up his average. And I think he's capable of doing that. You know, last year he scored nearly everywhere from reserve berth and red car, so I think he'll push on this year.
Yeah, let's hope so. I mean, he's under tremendous pressure. I mean, if there was anything, obviously the Nikolai Clint signing was a big bit of news over the winter, but the other bit was Ben Trigger returning to Plymouth.
Yeah.
So it does come with a bit of pressure, I think, for him.
Yeah, you know, he's a local lad. That's the trouble with when you ride for someone local. You know, you see people around, this and that. But you know what I mean. But no, this year I think he can push on. You know, and he's got to push on this year because you know he's had 2 years already. And there's this year, and like I said to you, I saw him practice here the other day, and it was a different rider.
Talking of the practice, that's something different this year. Obviously last year the track prep, or the track changes that happened meant that the track was unusable for the majority of the winter, and then we turned up for racing and off they went. This year they've been here, it seems like the track's been open nearly every weekend. Yeah,
as they've been practicing down here over Saturdays and everything, you know, the big boys have been down here. Joe Thompson's been down here, Dan's been down here, Alfie's been here, you know what I mean? But like you say, last season we altered the track down the bottom end and it rained all the time, you know what I mean? But this year Mark's made the back straight 2 metres wider, so the track should be, you know, even better this year. You know, you should be able to overtake and come alongside, but you know, that Mark and his crew have worked wonders this year, you know, down here, and you've got to take your hat off to them, you know, they've done really well, but, you know, the racing should be much better this year down here, and he can't do much else with the track now because it's what it is, you know, where it is, and I think the racing will be extra good.
Yeah, there's certainly a lot of the riders that have been on it are saying that as well. So, yeah, we'd certainly agree with that.
It's nice and smooth and banked down the bottom end. So you might see riders go round them now. You know, once they get used to it, down the bottom end. So you know, bends 1 and 2 was always okay anyway. But it's what you can do with it down here now, and it was a built as a National League track. Now you have to build it as a Championship track. You know, I mean, it's got to be better because you've got faster riders on it. Do you know what I mean? But no, I think this year the racing will be 100% better. And of course, the track's not very big, so the riders stay close together for all 4 laps, so it makes it more exciting. Do you know what I mean? One little mistake and the rider's through, but you know, not like some tracks where they're big and they get spread out. You know what I mean? But no, the Plymouth's a good track, and like I said, Mark's done loads and loads of work down there, loads of work. But just hope everyone comes and appreciates it, and you know, get loads of people for the turnstiles.
Yeah, let's hope so. I mean, if you are watching and you don't regularly attend, there has been some brilliant racing down here. The loyal fans, though, Gary, they've grown to love you down here. You've got your own song and everything that they like to sing when you come onto the track. But that must be really nice for you, having been involved in the sport for so long. This is really feeling like home, or it must be feeling like home now.
Yeah, it's Plymouth. Yeah, you know, you got the Bub Bandits, and they got the shirts with my name on the back, and you see them home and away. You know, it's fantastic. You know what I mean? To have someone shout your name out and everything, and make little songs up. You know, when you're getting beaten away, and they sing "Garry, don't worry." You know what I mean? It's so good. You know, I love them really. You know what I mean? But yeah, I've been down here. I think it's my 5th or 6th season now, something like that. But and I love it down here, and Mark will have to sack me if he wants me to go.
Yeah, well, I can't see that happening anytime soon, Gary, unless you know something we don't. But no, good luck for this year, Gary. Sincerely mean that. It looks like a good team on paper, and we all appreciate the work that you and Mark and everyone has done to get us to tapes.
Yeah, just like I say, bring all your friends next week. Next Saturday the 19th, big opener. Do you know what I mean? And I think they'll be doing Easter eggs as well, so bring your kiddies along. All right?
Excellent. Okay? Yeah, lovely job. Cheers, Gary. Thank you very much, and best of luck for the season.
Thank you very much.